Alright, about 5 minutes later, we can finally, It's always nice lurking around his chat. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I enjoy listening to, like, what people have to say with runs. And with, like, especially now that, like, Immortal's helping with, like, the audio setup to where audio does not show up on stream, I basically, at this point, now have, like, a stream on at full volume at all times, which, if you were to be in this position, it would be overstimulating both visually, auditory? I think I said it right.
I believe you were correct in that pronunciation.
But, like, it's the best way for me, like, kind of just be in, like, a comfortable spot for, like, speedrunning. One, two, three. I'm gonna type this between levels.
I am back.
Welcome forward. But yeah, Manto does raise a bit of a good point though, where it's like, I mean, I'm no stranger to it myself. Depression is a thing that can kind of like really just take you out of a lot of things, and sometimes it does just kind of like end up being a rough process getting back into the swing of things. But like, low-key, the hardest part of it is just starting again. And if you can get over the hump of that, then you already like have done more than you've already, like, in that sense, done a lot. I mean, look, I made it a goal of mine that I wanted to stream more this year, and despite me literally not streaming all of February, I have already streamed now more in, like, the span of 4 months than I did all of, like, last year, and possibly, at this point, maybe even more 2023 combined.
I think
I got bird jump.
personally, I think that mentality is a double-edged sword, Torp. Because yes, you have streamed more in this month than you have in 2023, and whatever you just said. But also, if you stream too much in 1 month, it could lead to burnout.
Oh, 100%.
I don't really consider myself burnt out, though, the thing. Like,
No,
yes,
but
there's
if you
been
keep
off days,
streaming,
but, like, I've been a lot more, like, aware of, like, how I'm feeling when it comes to, like, streaming is the other thing I probably should have mentioned. Like, if there's, like, a day where it's, like, I'm too tired to do it, like, yeah, like, if I do stream and it kind of hits me in the middle of stream, then, yeah, I'll try to at least do the old college try a little bit with it, but, like, if I know that I just wouldn't be able to, like, either play up to a good form or, like, just be, like, present enough, then, yeah, I won't stream. So I feel like at that point, I finally have hit a bit of a healthy balance again. Granted, my balance when it comes to streaming was never healthy to begin with, but, like, a balance that works for me is the better way to put it, I guess.
you just gotta make sure you're not forcing yourself.
Pretty much.
So I agree, but I also disagree. Not in the sense of, like, in some ways, I do think forcing yourself can be a good thing, not from the sense of, like, I mean, not from, like, the exact context of what we're talking about, but more along the case of, like, it kind of goes into the side of discipline, which I guess leans more into the speedrunning side of things than the streaming side of things. Like, in some ways, like, yes, this session has been one that kind of did have me a little bit in a bad headspace for a bit, but, like, at the same time, at this point, I'm not necessarily looking for how I feel in the session, but I know that I'm making progress towards the goal that I want, and in that sense, I'm looking at it in the long term. So, like, yes, that run may have sucked, but like, I just know that like I'm going to feel really good once I get my goal. I mean, you literally saw like how bright I was in terms of expressions whenever I did reveal sub hour. Obviously, the long-term payoff of that fucking slapped. And I think I'm looking at streaming in that same sense too.
Yeah, but the issue there is negativity is a more like, unless you get an ultra high, you're gonna remember the lows a lot more. Like, if you look back at this, like this shit, and like if you have like a really bad day but you push through, you're gonna be like, damn, that was a really shitty stream. And then like you're not gonna remember that you PB'd twice in the next stream.
I disagree on that.
I'm not a streamer as much as you and Immortal are, so I have a different mentality to it.
Like, yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not satisfied with the 220 either, but like, there are things about that run that I definitely did do well. Do not buy devices. Like, I'm still finding, like, there are, like, tangible ways that I have actually improved, so it's like, even though, and I say, like, I mean, literally last stream, even with the meltdown on Sargasso, that was still a PB. That was still a record by 2 minutes. Well, just about 2 minutes. In all honesty, I think, in some ways, I actually do think that, like, even in, like, the negative shit, like, can still be used, like, kind of, like, set in, like, the positive reinforcement of the, what you call it, of, like, the goal that you've hit.
I think it depends. I think a bad stream can definitely ruin it more than it will help it.
Because the run that I point to, in terms of, like, I had a handful of bad streams around, like, the Hundo grind for sub 230. Like, that goal was kicking my ass. To put into perspective the context around it, it was the advent of coordinates early. I lost, so keep in mind, coordinates early saves at least 30 minutes. I failed to PB with coordinates early for the first time. And then, when the time came, I beat Killa's record without coordinates early by, like, less than a minute. Again, for a trick that saves half an hour. Following that up with, I did a race with Killa where basically all the time save was on the table. Whoever won that race basically got record. I lost by 15 minutes. That is the build-up to, given that, like, I have been, at that point, I had been in world record contention in every category in that game up to that point. That was very much the roughest spot I was ever with this game in. That never gets talked about much anymore because everyone remembers just the sheer catharsis that was the 229. And in that sense, like, I look back at it very fondly too because that payoff was well worth it. Beyond the fact that I got fucking memed in the community about it. If anything, it's in that sense, like, sometimes, like, at least from, like, the lens of streaming, you're also there to create moments.
Ratchet, the entrance to this raritanium mine is too small. Perhaps I should investigate.
I think a bad moment can ruin an entire streamer's career.
I do agree on that. I mean, it's the reason why people get canceled.
PewDiePie, don't go near that bridge!
But I do think on the same token, a good moment can like undo like so much bad. Obviously not bad in the sense of like cancelable offenses, but like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to really watch your wording there, because I'm sorry, there's no amount of good you can do to undo, you know,
undo the bridge.
racism.
Hold your breath, Clank.
But you know, I'm not like that's kind of more of like the extreme of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one bad crash out where you don't drop anything there to get you cancelled. Sure, that can be brought back by a good PB or a world record. But if you crash out hard, there is no coming back from it.
Like,
there are two ways a bad crash out goes. You either get cancelled,
or you break
or you
something.
go viral. No,
Yeah,
or you go
either
viral. Let me finish.
There we go.
You either get cancelled or you go viral for that mentality, and people only want to see you for that mentality. And they won't care about what you post.
Grizzy is a prime fucking example of that. That man was Crash Out incarnate.
Sometimes also the crash out can be content. Immortal.
Oh, 100%. Dude, why do you... Listen, 90% of my crash outs are content. There's like, you'll see I'll start to crash out, and I don't think most people notice it, but like, there is a moment in my brain... Yeah, there is a moment in my brain where I go, what's something crazy outlandish that I could say and get away with that would make this moment really funny? And you'll see me crack a smile when I have it, and then I'll say it, and it's good.
Case in point, I just called you out for it.
Like, I know how funny a rage moment can be. And if I can make a funny rage moment, like, I'm gonna do it.
My problem for me is I wear my heart on my sleeve too much, so like if I do get angry, I don't think about it as content like that. I typically just am angry. And my thing is like I know that like I don't want to hold on to anger because it just I know that I'm implosive with it. So my best way to handle anger is to literally just get my frustrations out there and just move past them.
See, I'm really bad. And like this is not I can be a robot, and I understand that. I understand that a lot of the times I don't show emotion. If you catch me, like, if you guys could see me when I'm on my own playing games or like recording like for shiny hunting stuff, I like there are shiny reactions where I get the shiny, I literally don't say a fucking thing.
Oh, that literally is just me with shiny hunting.
I'll be playing fucking League of Legends and I'll get pissed off and I just go, whatever, man.
Yeah, but you don't want to be marked as the man whose only content is like crashing out.
Oh, 100%, which is why like I'll do just random ass funny shit too sometimes. That's why I just be saying shit.
I do think though at the same time I've gotten a lot better about like how I've handled like my mentality when it comes to like tilt. I've become a lot more aware that I've been tilted and like that it's been affecting my play.
That's why I find it funny.
I don't
like,
think I conduct myself
like,
well last run is the only real big problem with that.
Some people be like, oh, Immortal's the crash out guy. And meanwhile, I'm over here. I'm like, it's the first time I've crashed out in 3 months.
Actually, pause. I think it depends on the game you're playing as well. If you crash out on something like League, you'll be seen as a sweat, toxic, and a motherfucker. If you crash out in Repo, I think it's hilarious.
I think crashing out in Repo is fucking hilarious, right? Because like you just get bullshitted and then you just like go off on a small little tangent. It is funny. It can make it funny.
You talking about how like, you want to put your dick in a blender?
Dude, no. First off, you got to use a cheese grater.
No. If there's one thing we've learned from SpongeBob, it's not even cheese graters. It's educational television. You've never watched SpongeBob. Fuck.
I've never seen it, button.
No, neither have I.
Fuck. This doubly falls flat.
I was supposed to.
God, y'all
watch
don't
it
know
when I was out
culture.
I know culture. I know more culture than you'll ever know, bitch.
Hey, does this mean we have to binge SpongeBob while we're in Minneapolis?
Possibly.
Okay, so here's the thing. I legally am not allowed to.
What do you mean, legally?
I was supposed to watch it when I went to Nevada with Amaris, and we didn't watch a single fucking episode.
Okay, what about
Alright.
Chowder then?
We'll just like legally acquire
Rada,
it.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Rada.
I've never watched Chowder.
Neither have
Not
I. Well,
letting go,
I know a Rada
not
Rada.
even for educational television.
I know that one of the characters' names is Schnitzel.
That's the Rada guy.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He is, from what I have seen on the internet, a certified person of color. He's like Cell from Dragon Ball.
He's not black, but he gives the black energy, so you're like,
It's crazy because the voice
I
actor
don't,
is white.
Other people do.
But like, if you watch Grizzy crash out, oh yeah, this is mainly for Immortal at the moment, sorry. If you watch Grizzy crash out in like Rivals, it's like, Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down. But when you watch him crash out in Repo, it's funny.
It's funny, yeah, it's funny crash out. Don't get me wrong.
But they're the
I watch him
same crash out.
I watch him crash out in Rivals, and I just go, valid, honestly. Like, I understand. I know what it's like to give a fuck about your rank and try to be grinding that shit. Like, I get it, dog.
Dude.
So like, definitely the type of content you play definitely, like, it reflects how you should be acting.
My problem is I
don't
care
think-
about speedrunning too much, so like if I do get angry, it is just like
I can never
impassioned anger.
I can never see speedrunning as a game that as a thing that you should be crashing out over. And so I just think that it's like
it's
too
typically that
into
I'm not
yourself.
crashing out over the game. I'm crashing out over like the fact that it's usually something in my control that I'm fucking up and I'm unsatisfied with myself.
yeah.
That's exactly
But-
what it is.
Like, that makes sense, but like when you're playing the game, it kind of just leaves a sour taste in some people's mouth sometimes. Because it's like, you don't have to be speedrunning.
In the same vein though,
Oh,
you don't have to be
100%.
playing Rivals or you don't have to be playing Repo.
No, like
Exactly.
100%, you don't have to be speedrunning, but like, there's still, even when you're crashing out, you're still enjoying it because like, it's a competitive thing. And like, a lot of people who don't have that like, mindset of competitive will never fully understand.
As weird
Like,
as it
even
sounds as well, as like someone whose coping mechanism for such a long time was desensitization, in some ways I actually am thankful that like I have like a hobby or something like that I can even afford to feel anger with. Because like fuck, I did it again. As melodramatic as it sounds, even feeling anger lets me know that I'm feeling something.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound wild. If anyone crashes out of Genshin, they should just uninstall. You should not be crashing out over Genshin.
Damn, I guess I should uninstall.
No. If you crash out over Genshin, I think you need to call the gambling like help hotline because that's
No,
the
I
only
crashed
reason
out
why you
over
should be.
Abyss.
That is the only reason why you should be crashing out. I feel like
Is Abyss?
if you are, if you are just mad at the gamba, like maybe just put the credit card away, dog.
No, my crashing out if I crash out of Genshin is, Mobweeka.
I don't crash out over Genshin, but I will say I am known to like throw in a rant about how I hate the fact that certain characters just fucking suck.
Yeah, that's not crashing out. Crashing out would be fucking rage quitting the game because you're fucking Mobweeka didn't crit.
No, it's
Like,
not
if
even
someone
that. It's my problem that I have is like I will go on a rant about like how Mavuika literally is like destroying game balance in some ways.
It's not Mavuika, it's
Citlali,
Citlali.
I know. But the fact that like it's the Mavuika team with her is like a big part of it. It's equal parts Citlali being in like an unhealthy layer of kit design, and also equal parts Mavuika being a very overtuned unit.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You're going to be saying the same fucking thing. I'm going to be so real with you. We're going to be saying the same thing about us.
Escoffier is already
Esteban.
fucking broken. But like the thing
Yeah,
is,
like we're already going to be saying it about Esteban.
the floor for like cryo teams is so much lower.
This is true.
Do I think it's a healthy way to balance cryo? No, it is not. Not at all. But
You know what team needs to be buffed? Physical.
I
Anyone
agree.
deserves to crash out, it's me and Torb because we play the fucking shit comps.
Quite literally, Eula's best team is either Hyper Bloom or Pyro Plunge.
Literally not the way she's meant to be played.
No, the reason why I crash out specifically in terms of Mabuika's like team design is Mabuika's like premium team is strong enough to quite literally ignore their own incentives for mechanics. And nothing demonstrated that more than like the tower event.
Oh yeah,
Where-
literally where it's like, hey, if you use a health draining team, mainly hydro based, you'll do better. Nah, Mavuika.
Yeah, literally Mabuika's like premium team could ignore the mechanics of that entire event. Except for the one challenge where it was designed around using Night Soul. So, you know, Mabuika actually benefit from it. Like, that's the thing. It's like, if Citlali did not exist, Mabuika would be a great unit. Citlali does exist, and Mabuika's fucking broken.
So, question, Torb. For Escobar, do you go sustainless or do you run Farina as healer?
Neither.
Sorry if I seem rude back at
Escoffier
But
is
it's
your
gonna be-
healer.
Is she a healer?
She's got healing
Yeah.
on the ult. It's like, it's almost
Oh,
like G
fuck,
Mega
that's
Elixir
even
with
worse.
solid on-field healing.
That's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yep.
But then you just run Shenha, Citlali. No,
Shenha,
Shenha.
Farina, Escoffier, and Ayaka. Or your cryo
Or
carry.
Nivlet.
Or Nebulet. You do, in that one you do Nebulet, Farina, Citlali, Escoffier.
Escobar. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of the fucking Nouvelette team I had put in my head. Yeah, Escobar, Citlali, Farina, Nouvelette, and that's just fuck. And then for Ayaka, it's
Okay, so
Yeah.
Ratchet players PAD had the issue where a single lead kind of made 90% of the game too easy to the point that you could just run enough units and steamroll the entire dungeon and just dropped as if you were doing a tutorial like that. PAD.
Ooh, I just golded our
Yeah.
Dolus. Or singly mechanic. Yeah.
When I say PAD, and I immediately thought of Pokemon Archipelago Dungeon.
That's a Pokemon Archipelago dungeon.
Like, I've talked about this before when it comes to, like, Genshin units. Mavuika has pushed the Mavuika Citlali synergy has pushed the damage profile of most units to be closer in damage to Ayato than to Mavuika. And you know how Ayato's got, like, the reputation of, like, he's not the best Hydra unit in, like, any scenario, but he can be used in so many scenarios, and that's what makes him good? Like... Oh yeah, and by the way, this is ignoring the fact that in 5.5, Mabuika got buffed by Eon-san's release by being the literal best unit to enable Eon-san's Night Soul mechanics.
Rambo, can you tell me what PAD is? Yeah, it means I can run double pyro DPSs. Bennett on Oralikinos. Puzzle and Dragons. Interesting. Also, that game that Killer told me about, I need to try
I didn't
it
realize
out.
that was a gotcha.
Let's try this game that Killer told me about called Isekai Slow Life.
A gacha from 20.
It's gonna be fucking good.
Yeah, I'm just mad that, like, you know, one of my favorite gacha games got fucking shut down by Square Enix.
R.I.P.
Bro, I
Your
fucking
XPS?
loved Kingdom Cross.
I spent so much money on that fucking game when it first came out.
The only thing I have to remember it by is being on the fucking board of Kingdom Hearts 3.
I gotta listen to Raiken.
I wish I kept up with that game because I probably would have ended up on the board.
Alright, I successfully skipped the Raiken missiles.
That goes.
They've seen real combat. Just try to look out for them, okay?
Bro, that game was an unhealthy addiction because it had weekly resets, and then you had to buy it weekly.
Yeah, it was bad.
What game?
Kingdom Hearts Union Cross.
Cross.
It was a Square Enix mobile game for Kingdom Hearts that told most of the backstory for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh shit,
But
I
it
did
had-
not know that, actually.
It was addicting, but fuck, it was
Hey.
expensive.
Yeah, like you'd have to pull for characters and shit like that, and then you'd have to like pull for fucking store, like not pull, but like you'd have to buy storage space, and then like this, that, like it was so bad. I spent so much goddamn money.
I think I spent $1,000 on the weekly shit alone, like just accessing the weekly stuff.
I did about like the first month it came out. I think I did like
I had to back this up in the most scuffed way possible, or else I would have actually fucking died.
I think I did like 500 like the first couple months that it was out. Like I was a fucking degenerate, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I maxed out like and finished all the content that was there and went, okay, I don't want to play this game anymore. Like I've got nothing.
Bro, but they had such good fucking artwork.
The artwork was sick. Oh shit, I still don't know how the fuck to get into that. Oh, there's a chest.
Yeah.
More souls. Remind me to choke that parrot next time we see him.
Oh, I am going way to the right. 3, 4, 5. Did I make the... Yes, I did. Did I make the Razor Roller dance, too? Well, if I didn't before, I did now. I'm pretty certain I did get it, though. Too far to the right. Shit. Losing time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, losing time here. And this one works because it's a wrenchy through a wall.
Come on. Ratchet, I am worried about Miss Apogee. She may have run into trouble.
Relax, she's fine. She's got those 2 warbots protecting her. Let's go see what Quark wants, and we'll meet up with her later.
Ugh, I just want to max out my fountain, bro.
Alright. Nice, I got it. Okay. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I'm losing time here, though. Am I? I am. Point... Not even .1. Sure, that works. Alright, see, we're back into a good mood.
So getting to a point where it's difficult to level up the fountain.
Yeah, the only crashing out, though, going back to what I was saying before, the only crashing out that I ever do at Genshin, it really is, at this point, just, like, how much Mob Weekend, like, has ruined some parts of the balance of the game. Nebulette's kind of also a really big offender, but, like, Nebulette at least had, like, the ease of play side to it, where it's, like, he can still take, like, shit teams, and... do something with them. Like, Nebulette's, like, damage ceiling is not that high. It's just really easy to reach its ceiling. Well, it's not that high relative to, like, say, like, especially Natlon units. Holy shit, the skill point worked. Alright, you know what? I don't care what happens, this run's officially pretty good. I need to make Zorthan dance before I die.
It's time for our next major contender of the evening. It's a giant, menacing, energy creature of some...
That should register as Zorthan dancing.
Okay, so that's well over 70 now. So now I just need to
Boo.
get these.
Boo.
One of these days might have Torpor Killa come into my world and just help me explore.
Alright. Okay, no, I got everything there. I'm so used to new AGB stuff that I literally tried menuing up to the Predator launcher, or like to the Predator launcher version of the Pyroblaster menu. Alright. Throw that in. Go crazy. He landed on his own rubble. Okay, we're losing time here. You gotta be fucking kidding me again?
Top female Twitch streamers from December of last year, and a fucking AI is topping it.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, just a clip from like ages back, from like December. Neurosummer AI top the female Twitch streamer chart.
What am I doing? I don't need this. I don't need this.
I gotta go to work.
Alright. Lost a bit of time on that grind.
What the fuck?
Why are you fucking?
Because I had 70 wishes and now 8 of them are just gone.
You didn't 10 pull on something, did you?
I mean, it's not showing up. That's so fucking dumb. Oh, that's unfortunate. Whatever, man. Small indie dev company. I don't understand. I, however, have to dip out because I've got to go to work. So I will catch y'all later.
Alright.
Catch you later.
Oh yeah, going back to what I was saying before about like how you feel in terms of like mentality when it comes to something like that, where it's like the negatives outweigh the positives or whatever. I do think like in like the one-off scenarios, I don't think it's necessarily going to be the most indicative, but I do agree that if it's like a chain of them where it's like you end up being like kind of just not really in a great mood because of things that go on in the game, then I think at that point that's a time to actually evaluate your relationship with the game that you're doing.
Attention, lads. This is a friendly reminder that Trillium ore is toxic and not to be taken orally.
That is kind of like why I ended up getting to a point that I did, where I just did not run Todd for the most part for like a year and a half. Yo, DN. I gotta be careful, I can potentially die right here.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for? Bada bing, bada boom. Done and done. This be your captain speaking. Be on the lookout for one mangy lombax in a cheap pirate disguise.
Wrong weapon.
I don't care if it's dead or alive, so long as it ain't breathing.
I do not think the disguise will fool them this time, Ratchet.
There goes our way across. There must be another way around.
Nice, I'm getting a whole lot better at actually doing that skill point fast.
To the sky! To your right! To the sky! To your left! To the sky! Shake your booty! To the sky! To the sky! Shake your booty!
I kind of had to hug him.
This is the Iris supercomputer.
Alright.
How do you turn this thing on?
It appears to have been damaged by space pirates. Perhaps I can repair its CPU.
I'm falling.
A fractured vector shell. Perhaps there is a way to repair it.
That works. I need to actually sit down and practice Iris skip at some point. Alright, you know what? Hard split, and we only lost about 10 seconds. This is still better than most people's golds in this category, so I will roll with it. Alright.
Strong shot at dead meat. Come in. Operation Death Wish is a
I'm aiming for the arch. I don't have a good angle. I think I'm dead.
Okay, you should be at the grab ramp.
What's the point of these things anyway? Haven't you people ever heard of stairs?
Anyway,
What are stairs? Even you don't know.
We have a security breach in Sector 1. Repeat, security breach in Sector 1. Warden Squid, please report to the Queen Visitors Camp. You took your wife's keys to work.
Alright, second try on that's fine. One, two, three, four. And I land on that. Two, three. I gotta fix this. May as well get this while I'm here. I'm losing a lot of time to this now. Alright, I improvised as well as I could. I'm probably losing 30 seconds to a minute here. I will take it though if this is the first bad split I've had so far.
Inmate number 260G.
I had to improvise a little bit though.
Flint, please report to the medvac station.
Wait, I actually don't need that device by there anymore now that I think about it. If I'm... Yeah, I was right in that I'm probably losing a minute.
Attention, inmate number 97.
Alright, this is playable. I know it doesn't look good, but like... That's my first bad split this run. Like, yeah, Sargasso 2 kind of was also up there, but like... That's the first, like, multiple minute bad split.
This dude is really starting to annoy me.
Do not hit the missile button.
Whoa, Clank! Check out that black hole. I think we just found our escape route.
Oh dear. Why must we always choose between certain death and probable death?
Adjusting trajectory to accommodate the black hole's pull. Initiating quasar boost.
Alright, and then we prepare for Glorp ship missile.
remote ice moon.
Slag must be setting up an outpost there. Hold on. I want to leave these guys with a little parting gift.
Captain, he's setting course for the Pegasus outpost. Nothing personal, mate, but we pirates ain't accustomed to sharing our booty. This is one secret we'll be sure to keep to ourselves. He's almost through the mines! Activate the satellite turrets, you miserable swabs!
Alright, kind of locking in for this part.
He's tearing up our outpost!
Hold on, Clank. This might be a close one. Clank, hop on that
Alright.
turret.
That was a little nerve-wracking there.
Yeah, that was so worth it.
Because I thought,
Come
there's
on,
like 3
Clank,
different times that I
let's
thought
get
I was
outta
getting
here.
hit. Alright.
They destroyed our outpost! We hadn't even finished building the pub!
Fire at it from away. You there, Icy?
Yeah. What's up?
I had Manto's stream like up and not OBS, so I didn't know if you were still here.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know if I was
Not
like
sure
kind
how
of
long,
yapping into
though.
the void.
Honestly, brain shut off. Didn't hear it.
Now approaching
Oh,
the
no.
horizon. Engaging proto shield.
Captain, we've locked in coordinates for Kirchu City. We'll need full power for hyperjump to Jacindu.
Alright. I like to think that he says that there is just Sidnu.
Treasure awaits, lads. Set course for Kirchu City. And let old Grease Palms McGee take care of this swamp.
He's about to enter phase 3. There we go, there's the balls. Oh, that's not the balls, but that's the phase for the balls. There are the balls. Alright, that's fine. Okay, we got the 3-in-1. Alright, let's start clawing this back.
Are attacking Kerchu City.
By the Buzzblades and then the Razor Claws.
We must get to the Dimensionator before Captain Slag does.
One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit.
I'm probably gonna head off. I got to eat some dinner.
Alright,
Go do some
enjoy your
stuff.
food. Holy shit, Clank is green.
Do not stay up too long. I don't want to come back 5 hours later and you still be streaming.
What if I am?
Then I'll yell at you to go eat and then go sleep.
I already ate before this.
I'll tell you it again. Bye.
Good night. Scary reference, he loves the color green. Holy shit, it's just like WhatsApp. Right there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did not need to go to 11. I did not buy Razor Claw ammo upgrades. That's what I didn't do. This is a really good Jacindu. That feels good. Holy shit, that feels good. I don't think I've gotten one of those in a while. No. Actually, no. Yeah, this is gonna be like a low 5. So I'm pretty sure it is. This is a big gold. I have bad pyro though.
Ratchet, I just received a transmission from Aphelion. She has tracked...
Alright. Okay, that's good.
Ratchet, the situation is getting dire. I am sending a transmission to Kronk's comm unit
Okay,
requesting assistance.
that's fine.
Attention, miserable swamps. This is a friendly reminder that Mother's Day is just around the corner. In honor of this special day, Swordale Prison will be extending their visiting hours so that we may spend more time with our sweet mums.
Fuck. Alright, we're losing time here. I didn't think I was gonna land on there if I actually, jumped up. Yeah, because if you jump up out of a ledge grab, you were not actionable until you land from it.
Snap to, lads!
Sure, I'll use the gelinator to aim that.
You're letting him win! Still here, are you? Well, we'll have to do something about that. Lads!
Bad form! For the cheap shot of the captain! You're everything I'm wrong!
Dude, I've got bad pyro.
Lads, get in here and cut this rotten creature!
You out of your mangy rascal! Get the cut! Another lucky shot! Don't worry, Captain! You got it right where you want him!
Dude weed. Lamau.
Mate, get in here and help, you yellow swine!
Begging your pardon! But I can't with you, lads! Okay, now I'm worried.
Okay, yeah, for sure I'm losing time.
I can download the coordinates to the Cragmite homeworld by accessing Kronk's comm unit.
Okay, tell him to meet us outside the planet's stratosphere. Come on.
Nope.
We need to get back to Aphelion.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm losing a bit of time here. Time to be back to being like a minute behind. Damn, it is in fact probably midnight for you. Alright. Now we just kinda lock in for this part of the run. At 6? Yeah, isn't it like midnight your time? Yeah, I remember what state you're in. It is 6 your time, or it is midnight your time now.
Ratchet, we need to recover the Dimensionator before Tachyon does. Let's just hope your friend wasn't dim-witted enough to wander around Repo with it. Look! Miss Tolan is here! Protect her! I can take care of myself, Zephyr. I'm scanning all droplet channels. If we find Quark, we'll find the Dimensionator.
Alright, cool. I probably should buy the Predator launcher earlier. True. Yo, no worries, Rainbow. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chilling for like the majority of the time. Make a save. Losing a couple seconds here. I actually have a lot of time that I can save here. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Incoming distress
Good.
call from somewhere in the city. It sounds like Captain Quark.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
Wait, no, I need to file these.
For a little irritating, we can modify your puke.
And I need to buy Razor Claw
What can we
ammo.
do you for? Done. Strong short deadly. Request assistance. Over.
Okay, got it. Nice. Two, three, four, 5.
Clank, send a transmission to Cronk. Tell him we'll need support on Fastoon.
Transmitting now.
Alright, so start mashing down. Okay. We have a lot that we can be ahead, hopefully.
Ratchet, what are you waiting for? Meridian City is being attacked.
Fuck. I didn't think that would hit me. I thought I jumped over it. That's rough.
Ratchet, what are you waiting for? Meridian City is being attacked.
Okay, that's Transmorphers. Alright. Fingers crossed that we have Grubitrons. Alright, I'll just take this. Nice, I got one. I can throw it like right in here. And everything's dancing. Shit. I tried to do something cool with that. It didn't work. Okay, so I have Dancing with the Stars, I have Knock You Down. I just need to book it now to Zeta. Oh my god. I just gotta book it to Zeta now.
Not a satisfied customer. Available for purchase.
This is a really good Nundak. I'm curious as to where I still had that one Grubitron from, though.
Teleporter cannons always make my
Alphabet City.
That was fun. Can we do it again?
It might be worth reorganizing my route then.
Sup?
Alright. Do not save over that one. I almost made a grave error there.
You're a long way from West, Max. But don't worry. We'll be sending you home in a nice pine box.
Good, that's first try. It's crazy because that one barely looks like I clipped it all. I'm going to get a health upgrade off of these thwogs. As much as I want to do the Amogus, I actually want to have a good run. I don't know if you've seen like the new strat that got found, thanks to Eli. This level kind of got broke wide open in terms of... Alright, now we gotta kind of gather everyone together. There's a strat called Amogus. No, the Predator Launcher stuff for Ardolus does not actually void the skill point. Unironically, this actually is faster than doing the combustor shit. As much as I shit on like the Predator Launcher for being a bad weapon, it does actually have this redeeming factor. Alright.
Speaker Common speaking. The mangy verbal and his friends have yet to be apprehended. Can't stand even sculpture or face the edge of the blade.
Ratchet, come in. We're waiting for you on the loading dock outside the tower. Meet us there as soon as you can.
That was nearly all sorts of scuffed. Nice, we have a run. Okay.
Tweedledee!
That is huge. Holy shit. Yeah, for whatever reason, the weapon that requires you to use your combustor to kill all the pirates does not mind if you just brutally murder them with the Predator launcher, which fires significantly faster, has higher DPS. I got Fast and the Fiery already, right? I'm just gonna make a double check here. Yes. One, two. Good angle. Holy shit, we're saving a lot of time. We're actually ahead in NG+. That works. I have bad pyro, but this is fine. This might actually still gold, because I don't think I've... That's the best angle I've gotten, 100%. Yeah, that's bad angle. You just got an email. Everything alright? One, two, three, four.
Tweedledee!
But it's not your first choice? Okay, go at 14. I had to remember that I actually added the ammo now. That's still good. That's still pretty good for you then, though, isn't it? I guess the better question is if you have like a period of time that you can actually like, what you call it? That you can kind of like sit on it and stew. I don't know what in the world this has been like what I've been doing on Cabalia, but like I've actually been fine with it. Second choice is interesting because it's a common program where it takes some same subject when it takes in the first year, and then you do the fourth one by the end of the year. So it's like your second choice is like more gen ed stuff, from what it sounds like. I guess the question is, how do you feel about your level of discipline right now, and like the ability to stick to something like that? Because if you're able to potentially guarantee it off of like your own merits, then obviously, of course, you'd have to lock in. Because that's the real question there. If you're not 100% certain, I would at least just say meditate on it for a little bit, or sleep on it. Whatever like form of rumination you might do. Oh shit. Actually, yeah, that's kind of like just rip then. Granted, I'm not going to tell you what you should do with that. That's not my place to decide with something like that that does deal with your future. I'd have to provide that little bit of context there.
Ratchet, we should see that smuggler about the ride he promised.
Tweedledee!
Wait, hold on. NG plus timings. Because you were watching as I got the email. Yo, no worries. Just the thoughts that came to mind. Alright, gotta listen for high deposit. 1, 2, 3.
Modifying yourself in private?
Absolutely not. And I do not care much for your tone.
My hair was getting caught on the mic. Ratchet to 3, we already got that, so now we just kind of vibe around Kortog for a little bit. I wish you could have like the Razor Claws out so you just had like the yellow trail following you. That actually would look really cool with this. I have to drive into oncoming traffic. Oh, fun.
He just took out 2 gunships. Alert the Emperor. Tell him we require reinforcements to snare the Lombax menace.
Okay. Hey, doubly sure on that. Stinking bridges.
Attention citizens of Stratus City.
We can guide you, sire. Aww. So I messed up the bolt cancel there, but that's fine. So now I gotta come down and around.
Attention citizen, this is your final warning. The knowledge contained in this hall has been classified as a threat to the Empire. Any attempt to enter the Imperial Mountain will result in a very painful and irreversible death.
Okay, we're actually Golden Cortog. That's cool.
Wiggle deal!
Alright, we actually are on a good run. What am I doing? I defaulted to NG plus muscle memory there. I tried selecting the, what you call it?
Korkowski.
Where's my door, dude? Okay.
to this raritanium mine is too slow. Perhaps I should investigate.
I tried to greed out a little bit and get a Predator launcher level or two there. I don't think it's the most sustainable thing to do, though, so I don't really think I'm going to be saving time here or on Igliak. I think what I gotta do, for future reference, is weaken him down with a Pyroblaster first. That was a really good fence clear. Clank fucking dies. Yeah. I think I got it. I'm gonna have to take extra care here because I have the Visicopters enabled on this file. On the main run file, so I don't want to disable God Ratchet on accident. I'm not saving all the time that I can be here, but this is fine. I spent too much time trying to level up the Predator launcher a little bit.
It looks like something terrible happened here.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. It would help if I actually... That scared me for a second. Where the fuck is this vendor? I think I just gotta kill that set of them first. Really fast. I think I'm understanding the Predator launcher grind. Part of it really is actually just waiting for... If you can chain multiple kills together with this. How the fuck did I get a 247 Predator grind?
Riddle diddle!
That's how! Don't camera lock. Don't camera lock. Okay. I'll take that little hiccup there. I don't know why, that death never fails to make me laugh. Okay, that's fine. Losing a little bit of time here, but that's fine.
Send a transmission to Cronk. Tell him we'll need support on Fastoon.
Transmitting now.
And then I go to Rackar. I didn't have Groovatrons there, which is why that happened. I don't think it's actually worth going for the Predator launch levels on Fastoon.
Clank, hop on that turret.
Go, Barrel. Lost a little bit of time there, but I got some important knowledge. So the big thing about this run right now is I also have 3 minutes to save on Fastoon. Or not Fastoon, but Sargasso. When this run for 3 hours to 2 hours. So, TLDR, Dino Grind's what brought it down to 3, right? Like the extended Dino Grind. Coordinates early. Where you collect coordinates in the middle of the load of another file. As you're kind of bringing, like, it's kind of a weird thing to do. Because it requires that unpause load that you saw me do for, like, auto-scroller skip and a few other categories. It's a similar context to that. It's actually also why bolt smuggling works in AGB. Because for a moment you're on that file, you're on that level, in that state, before you actually fully load the file. So what we do is we smuggle coordinates for Riken and coordinates for Igliak from files we make during the run into our NG Plus file. to where it skips half of NG+. This saves 30 minutes. Probably more. So that's what made the record go under 2.5. Other specific skill point optimizations and the like are responsible for what's causing sub 220 to be doable. Namely, like, originally it used to be Report earlier, where you'd have to fight Captain Slag again, and get the Report coordinates like that. However, we found out that you can actually use the Igliak coordinate cutscene on Report to get coordinates for Igliak, which saves a lot of time. Only thing is you have less crag pulls to grind on, so the grind is technically slightly longer, but you still cut out a full level. Some of Best might actually be sub 2 soon. I don't think sub 2 is happening anytime soon, unless we get, like, other major strats.
The rat just claimed another harvester, Captain!
Alright. I'm hiding my splits. I don't know though, like, I know we were saying that sub-hour wasn't going to be really a thing for AGB for a while, but then bolt smuggling got found like a week ago, so I don't know, anything could be on the table. He gave me good RNG, I actually just did not take advantage of it. Alright. I gotta listen. Nice.
Ratchet, will you please take care of Clank and Zephyr? It's been a long time since they've seen real combat. Just try to look out for them, okay?
I just removed the nanoswarmers. Okay, losing a little bit of time to a silly mistake.
Attention citizen, you have unlawfully entered the Riken 5 lava refinery. Alerting Traffic Detention Squad.
So we have to hit that checkpoint that triggers the start of the gyrocycle section. And we have to get through to the end of the gyrocycle section without taking damage, without dying, and I believe within a minute 50. Luckily, we have God Ratchet, so one of the stipulations of not taking damage isn't going to happen. We literally can't take damage. Untouchable, see? We didn't get touched. And we did this all with our trusty gyrocycle. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, Ratchet, I need to do a few repairs on Clank and Zephyr. Then I'll meet you on Wednesday.
Consumer.
Good news.
Smart choice.
Tachyon's forces don't know about Sargasso. The bad news is, well, let's just say there may be a...
This is the big one. This is the most important split of the run.
Whoa!
Three, 4, 5. Nice. I just got the entire weapon V5 grind on. Alright. Go in the vendor with the decryptor out so I don't trigger vacation vendor. Buy these from the bottom, so my last weapon is the combustor. And I start working down the list.
More souls. Remind me to choke that arrow.
I start with the weapons at the top of the list because the dino can still die to health upgrades right now. I'm gonna back myself up. I'm gonna skip doing the Pyroblaster right now because I'm about to lose the Groovatron. And I'm just gonna have to put that on the one with the bomb. Okay. Now it's Pyroblaster and bombs. See if we can get some of this going. No, okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We're already ahead of schedule. Okay, that's fine. This is on track to be a really good grind, and if I kill the dino, I don't care. Perfect. That is literally the best grind I've ever had. Let's double check. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, we have everything. I'm gonna buy the armor right now, actually. Okay. We don't have the pirate in NG+. We skip Mook out completely. I'm gonna move around on this guy's head just to make sure that it actually does register that I stood on him. I have to, like, steer the... what you call it? Yeah, it only... because you unlock it on Mukau. Like, it's the similar thing to where it's, like, stuff like the swing shot, like, gadgets that you need to progress through the game. They take them and then give them back to you as, like, the story things as, like, their respective spots. I'm not letting that happen again. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but I mean, that's fine. We can't get the Trillium armor any sooner is the thing, too. It unlocks up, like, immediately. I think either... you might get it? Is there an armor vendor on Fast Tune? I don't remember. So I'm making sure that I'm, like, moving around on, like, the heads of the dinos as well, because I did lose a run to head examiner literally breaking. Case in point. I think it's the one at the start again. Alright. I think I know which one I did. I don't think I stood on... The fuck? Extinction. I'm going to real quick back this up. I'm pretty certain it's the first dino. I'm just double checking. It's AGB dino. Okay. Alright, that sucks, but like this is fine. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna go at 10. Just gotta be careful here. I can still die. I've taken too much damage on this level. Golden children. Yo, if you don't mind me asking, what's the clip? Oh, where I got, like, step row stuck on the ground.
What can we do you for? Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Done and done. Done and done. Upgraded. Upgraded. Done and
How's the run? You tell me. You tell me. Watch this. I just got a 15-minute Sargasso, even with the fucking, I lost, like, how long to head examiner breaking?
Little deal.
Okay. Alright, well... I just gotta make sure I don't melt down on Fastoon. I'm gonna stock him on devices. I had full business copies, it didn't matter. Okay, that's fine. Why did I do that? I need to... Okay. So what you just... if you heard, like, rocks crumbling in the background, there's a couple barriers right there near the start that are actually breakables that are counted as part of that. You have a little bit of a wiggle room with the skill point. I'm breaking those in the cutscene. As you can tell, you can actually see up there that there's one that was broken.
I read you, Zephyr. I spot 5 magna cannons from up here. You take them out. I'll find Tachyon. Nice job, Ratchet. I saw that one explode from up here.
Oh shit, am I in? No. Huh? The fuck? Okay. Today I learned you can fall in there.
We've spotted the rebels. Prepare to engage.
Well, we're losing a few minutes, I think. Dude, let me in. Okay. I don't think we're doing it. Alexa, define glorp shit.
Are you sure you're along that?
Alright. We did it. It was right there. Alright.
There's a feeling deep inside my chest. It spreads to my left arm like a blood.
I redeemed myself. I redeemed myself on that. That 220, that fucking hurt. We ran it back. That feels good. What happened though? I don't. So somewhere in there you can fall through the floor, is what I just learned. I mean, that was a thing that happened. That would have been a 213.
We are home, Ratchet.
That being said, I still think, what about the route? What changed that? I just got better at the game, is the most part. There's probably like a minute or two that was saved due to, it was found by Eli that the Predator launcher actually works for a Taste of Your Own Medicine. The unupgraded Predator launcher. But I think that's only responsible for like a minute or two. 220 was always just right there. It was just locking in and actually doing a much better run. Did we test Raptor launcher? Not yet. No, we just haven't tested it. Alright. Didn't think I'd had so much time save. That's what I was like kind of surprised about too, but no, these subs went down like crazy. Some of it is just like locking in.